Hey, what's up guys? It's Garrett here. Today we're going to talk about the 10 smartest ways to spend your tax refund money and how it will benefit you in the long run. So let's dive down into it. When you get your tax return back, it's going to play out about 3 different ways. You're either going to get a large amount back, you're going to get zero, or you're going to actually have to owe the government money. Depending upon what kind of person you are and the spending habits you have, you're either going to enjoy the large sum that you get on your tax return, or you're going to enjoy zero. And most people never enjoy the owing the government money, so we're just going to throw that one out the door. So if your spending habits are like mine, which is pretty much zero, I hate spending money, then you're going to want your tax return to be zero. The reason why you want it to be zero is throughout the year you'll get a larger amount in your paychecks, right? Because you don't have a tax return. And you want that because the government is holding your money. It's all your money. And it's interest-free money, so the government is not investing it for you. And if I get that money throughout the year in my paychecks, well then I can invest it and I can make more money than what my tax return ever would be. But if you're the other kind of person and you love to spend money, then you're going to want your tax return to be a lot larger of amount, so then throughout the year you're not tempted to spend that money. Either way, you're still going to have money to invest, and that's what we're going to go over here, is the best way to use your tax return money towards your benefit. The first way to spend your money is on an emergency fund. What I mean by emergency fund is $500 to $1,000 you set to the side and you don't touch it. That number could be lower, that number could be higher. Just depends upon if you have a family, or if you have people relying on you, or if you're just a single individual. Now, most people might be like, well, why don't I invest that emergency fund so then I can grow that money? Well, you don't know. That money could be lost in the market tomorrow. So I highly suggest you put $500 to $1,000 to the side. You don't touch it. You don't do anything with it, because tomorrow you could get ran over by a bus and have to pay your medical bills. You don't know. So you put that to the side and don't touch it. Now, the second way to spend your money is either on a mutual fund or an ETF or some other investment that's going to make you a lot wealthier at the age of retirement, other than your 401k. Now, I've done a lot of videos on this subject showing that all you need is $1,800 a year for 45 years at a 9% return, and you'll be a millionaire at the age of retirement. Now, if you don't feel comfortable doing this, go to financial advisor, go find somebody that is qualified to invest your money for you. Or if you do feel comfortable, do some research. There's thousands of videos on YouTube showing the best ways to invest your money, or just ways on how to invest your money, and you can do that, and I'm telling you, you'll look back at your younger self and you will thank him or her for doing this. Now, the third way to spend your money is on your kids. What I mean by that is start up a college fund for them. If you invested $2,000 a year for their 18 years, so you did it right when they were born, and you got a return of 9% on it, they'll have about 90 grand in that account that they can use for college. Now, that will help you out extremely, because more than likely you're going to have to help pay some of them student loans. Or if you don't pay them student loans, then it's definitely going to help your kid out a lot more, because you got to remember, student loans, they have interest rates on it. So you're going to be paying a lot more if you ended up taking a loan out on it. And let's just say they didn't go to college. Well, that's a great retirement fund for your kids. So I highly suggest you go out there and you do that for your children. The fourth way is to eliminate debt. Now, there's 2 different kinds of debt. There's good debt and there's bad debt. For instance, a good debt would be maybe your house mortgage, and that's just because depending upon what house you live in and what location that you live in, the interest rates are anywhere from about 3 to 5%, and majority of the time your house will appreciate, and that kind of covers the cost of the interest rates. But now, if you have bad debt such as a car payment, credit card bills, student loans, well, them interest rates are a lot higher, and you need to pay that off as soon as possible. The fifth way is to owning a rental property, whether that be a home or an apartment, and you know your tax return is not going to be able to buy you that property, but it will help with the down payment or help with the renovations of it. And once you have a tenant that is living in your property, their rent will go towards the mortgage of the home or the apartment, so eventually over time you will make money from the property. The sixth way to spend your money is on clothes or accessories. Now, what do you mean by that? Well, I'm saying that you need to spend it on hyped up clothing brands such as Louis Vuitton, Supreme, Gucci, that whenever they release a new item, you can get it for a smaller amount and then hold on to it for a little bit of time and then sell it for a lot higher of amounts, such as this Louis Vuitton Time Supreme wallet that retailed for $305 and is now selling for $1,400. The seventh way to spend your money would be on a business or a side hustle that you've created, whether that be a drop shipping store, or if you're a very artistic person and you sell paintings or woodworking, and you can take your tax refund money and invest it into whatever you've created. So then down the line, you can quit your full-time day job and pursue your goal of owning your own business. The eighth way to spend your money would be investing in yourself. Now, what I mean by that is if you're working a job that you do not like and you want to pursue a new career field, well, take that money and invest it into training or education in that career, and then down the line you'll be able to work a job that you actually enjoy doing, and on top of it, it actually might pay more. The ninth way to spend your money is to increase your 401k. Now, if you don't have a goal yet of how much money you want to retire with, you need to figure that out. And there's a lot of free calculators on Google that will show you how much money you need in your 401k each year to be able to hit that goal. So you can take your tax return money and increase your 401k size so you can reach that goal, or you can actually overcome that goal and be able to retire at a significantly higher level than what you wouldn't if you never invested your tax return money. The 10th and final way to spend your tax return money only applies for those people that do not have debt, that have really good investments that are getting nice returns, that have their house and their cars paid off, and do not have any loans. For those people, go out and live life. Spend that money on a family vacation or on your wife or husband, and go live life to the fullest. That pretty much just sums up today's video, and I thank you guys if you watched it all the way to the end. And like always, if you ended up taking something away from it, all that I ask is for you push that like button, and I will see you on the next one.